Hi everyone, this is Marie Caminaris and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'd like to share with you one of my favorite recipes. It's my take on this recipe from this book, Zingerman's Bakehouse by Amy Emberling and Frank Carolla. So my husband and I visited my son in Michigan and we actually stopped by their deli for lunch, and then I came across this recipe, Tunisian orange and olive oil cake. And it was delicious, but I like my version even better and I hope you will too. So it's very simple ingredients. It uses a whole orange, rind, pulp, everything. So it's wonderful in the respect that you're not wasting that. And it also uses olive oil instead of butter. So let me share with you the ingredients and let's get baking. Okay, so these are the ingredients that you'll need to make the Tunisian orange and olive oil cake. You'll need a half a cup plus 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You'll need a half a teaspoon of sea salt. I did the zest of 1 lemon, which is right here. And you'll need a whole orange that you're going to cut up into pieces. You'll cut the ends off just like I did here, and you'll cut it into chunks, and that's going to go into the food processor in a little bit. You'll need 2 tablespoons of honey. You'll need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and I have those 2 ingredients mixed right here. 2 eggs. 1 tablespoon and a half of sesame seeds, 2 cups plus 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So we're just going to extract the juice, which I've already done from the lemon, and make sure you don't use the pits. Mix it in with the honey. And then you'll just cut up your orange just like this, just into chunks, which we'll put into the food processor in just a minute. You'll have your oven set at 350, and you want to spray with the cooking spray a 9-inch round cake pan. Okay, so we'll get out the food processor and go on to the next step. I have my food processor set up. I have this blade in it. So we'll just put that back, add in our orange pieces, put the cover on, and we're going to pulse this on and off until we get to a very mixed consistency, very pulp-like consistency. So I'll keep at this and we'll come back when it's done. I think that's done. Have a look. Take this out. And then we'll just, as you can see, it's very pulp-like. It smells so fragrant. Okay, that step is finished. Let's move on. Alrighty, we've done the orange and we've got it to a nice pulp in the food processor, and now we're going to move on to putting 2 eggs in a large bowl, and we're adding the cup of sugar. And with our beater on our mixer, we're going to beat this to mix it really well, and then I'm going to bring up the mixer speed until it gets to a nice fluffy consistency. eggs and my sugar beat together, and it's nice and fluffy. It's a lemony color, and I'm going to add to this the honey and the lemon juice. I'm also going to add the orange pulp. And the olive oil, and I'm going to mix that again. And also the lemon zest at this time. Okay, so we're going to beat this all together once again. That's mixed in pretty well. Now we're going to take a sifter and we're going to sift in our dry ingredients. We'll put some flour. I'm going to do a little at a time. We'll do a little of the baking powder, a little bit of the salt, sift it in there. Some more flour, and the rest of the baking powder. And sift it in. And then we'll be combining this at a low speed with the mixer. And actually you could just even use a spatula to combine it as well. I'm going to start with this mixer. And I'm going to finish it off with the spatula. I'll just get rid of this for now. And we're just going to mix this all together. And when we get it all mixed up, I'll come back and show you putting it in the pan and the next step. Okay, here's the batter. It's like a really thick cake batter. It smells outrageous. And I have my baking pan here with the cooking spray. So I'm going to put the batter into here, and then we're going to sprinkle the sesame seeds on top. Then it will go in the oven for about 35 minutes. My oven needs a little bit more, but you want to just test the center with the toothpick and make sure it comes out dry. So we'll get this batter in here. I'll show you sprinkling the sesame seeds on top, and then in the oven it'll go. Okay, the cake batter is in the pan, and we have our 1.5 tablespoons of sesame seeds that we're just going to sprinkle just like this on the top of the cake, and make sure that we have some good coverage, because it really gives it a nice crunch when you bite into the cake later with the sesame seeds and how they get toasted in the oven. So there we go. Should look just like this, and we're going to pop this in the oven, and we're going to bake this for 35 minutes or until the toothpick comes out nice and dry. So we'll see in a little bit. Okay, we have the cake nice and cooled. I think cooled enough anyway. So I'm going to cut into this and show you how beautiful this cake is inside as well. It's a very moist and delicious cake. Still a little hot. I couldn't wait. It's just beautiful. It's very fragrant. It's very delicate. It's very moist. I do hope you'll try it. In the meantime, stay healthy and safe. And thank you for visiting me in my kitchen. Bye for now. Marie Caminaris saying, try the cake, you'll love it. Bye-bye.